Hi Taurus, how are you? Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a March reading, but before I go into the tarot portion of the reading, I'm just going to give you a little brief rundown of what's happening with the planets during this month. So we have Mercury still in retrograde until March 10th, when it officially goes direct. Now, the one thing to know about the retrograde is that it usually, even if it goes officially direct, it still kind of lingers in the retrograde phase for about a week or so. And that's called like the shadow phase. So there's still some chances for like the 2 weeks or so after the 10th of the month that there will be some still misunderstandings, mishaps, delays, confusion, and just overall scattered energy. So really watch out for that, and just kind of plan ahead. Just give yourself a little bit of extra time when you do something or when you book something, and everything. Okay. And then the other thing that happens, and Saturn goes into Aquarius on March 21st. This is a huge deal because Saturn is going to stay there for like about 2.5 years. So it's a really huge deal. And Saturn brings with it a lot of lessons. But lessons learned through hard work and it teaches us responsibility. It teaches us structure. It teaches us where can we make better boundaries or put in place better structures or better foundation for our life and for just ourselves in general. But it's also the planet that deals with time. So again, it's something that it's almost like it slows everything down for just because it almost like wants you to pause and really, really be responsible and really pay attention to like what's happening, so then you just don't take it lightly, because Saturn is not a superficial planet at all. It loves structure. It loves being responsible. So depending on where sign of Aquarius sits in your chart and what house it rules and where Saturn is in during this transit, it really will tell you a lot about like what are the lessons that you will be learning in the next 2 years or so. So I would really do a chart for yourself and see what that is for you. But overall, like the sign of Aquarius is the sign of community, the sign of like large networks and just activism, also sign of pushing boundaries. So, and also the sign of doing things an unconventional way. It's almost like sometimes I feel like Aquarius is the rebel of the zodiac too. So he doesn't want to do things the way it's been always done. So in a way, Saturn is going to be a little bit uncomfortable in that sign, just because Aquarius wants to do things differently, and Saturn wants to do things kind of like, it's like the new generation versus the old generation, kind of that dynamic. So it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. But, either way, I think it's going to be more about shifting the perspective from the me and I into us and we. So, yeah, I'm curious how that is going to play out for you guys. But okay, so that's it for the astrology portion, and moving on to the tarot portion. So Taurus, let's see what March has in store for you. 10 of Swords reversed. I like to see that because it's almost like the end of a rough patch. You're confused about something and you weren't really sure where to go and how to go about it, whether to leave or to stay, or whether to move forward with something or not, and just start fresh, start new. But I feel like in the first part of the month, so you have the 10 of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Fool. Well, the High Priestess and the 10 of Swords for me in reverse, I feel like these are two cards that it's almost like trust that whatever you're going through, it's about to end. Like all of that negativity, all that stress, it's been a hard time, Taurus. I won't lie. I think it's really been a hard time for you, but it's also like I feel like a lot of you or stressing out about something, some things coming to light, some things, maybe you just were doing a lot of emotional internal work that really needed, that involved you communicating with a lot of people, and you just weren't sure how that's going to come across. But regardless, I think this is going to be a month for you that, you know, things will kind of sit into place, and you would just really see that it wasn't as bad as you really thought it could be. And I feel like this will kind of bring a sense of renewal for you, and a sense of like ease and excitement, and something with the Fool here. I really get the sense of lightness, being light, being taking a risk and going for it. And I think this is where the High Priestess comes into play, where it's like she really trusts herself, but she also, and the reason that she trusts herself is because she doesn't only have the intuitive skills, but she also has the knowledge, the book knowledge, to tell her, you know, to confirm in a way on a very subconscious level that what she feels is right. So that intuition that comes across really strongly with her, it's something that it can be proven in certain ways. And like, even if you don't have the hard evidence, there's a sense of like that you will get the hard evidence. And here's that hard evidence kind of the second part of the month. After the 15th of the month, you will get some like a really I won't say rewards, but like it's almost like that validation that, yeah, the risk was worth it, and the risk was really actually needed to a certain degree, that you kind of needed to take a leap of faith into something new, into something different, into something that you I feel like you wanted to do for a really long time, but you just kind of like, well, should I do it, should I not do it, is this for me, is this not for me? But hey, the Queen of Pentacles here is saying it's for you. It's for you. And not only that, but it's going to pay off. Even though it's not going to be easy. It's going to involve some work for you. But regardless of the fact, I feel like this is something that's going to make you feel more independent, more secure with who you are, more secure with what you want and what you need, and really knowing and trusting that you can get there and achieve those things regardless of outside forces. And then I feel like once you make that move, once you make that leap of faith and take that leap of faith and really dedicate yourself to this new beginning, I feel like you will be just like, you know, full on and really dedicated to it, and really trying to make it work in such a way that it's really for the long term and not the short term. Because here with the Knight of Pentacles, right, it's like it can be a couple of things with that, especially when he's in reversed. It could be maybe things might slow down a bit, so you might have a little bit of you know, a delay in something. But it could also be that maybe things are just going to start moving like much quicker than you thought. But I think, to me, it's more about once you take that leap of faith into this new beginning. Could be a relationship, but I think for most of you it's work related. It's almost like either shifting career paths or taking on new responsibility that you kind of were afraid. It's like, oh, can I handle this? Do I have the time for it? Is this going to work out? Is this not going to work out? But so once you commit to this new thing, this new responsibility, new job, new home, or whatever the case might be, you're gonna feel like, yes, this is something that I want, and you're committing to it, and you're gonna like put, no matter how much work you need to put into, you will be willing to do so. And then once you like really, it's like once you show the universe that you're willing to do it, no matter how much it takes, things are gonna just be happening like so fast that you're gonna be like, whoa, I never really thought that this is like possible. And it's just like, again, things are going to be aligning. But let me just clarify, the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, Wheel of Fortune, it's just like exactly what I said. Things are just going to be right, moving in the right direction for you. But the secret to this is you committing fully and really taking on this new thing. There's no halfsies here. You can't just be 1 foot in and 1 foot out, and you can't do that. You really have to be either fully on or not at all. If you commit to it, things will happen and much quicker than you've ever expected. If you're not committing to it, then I'm sorry to say things will really be like slowing down and really not, things are just not going to be happening as you want them to. But so let me pull one oracle card and see what the additional message for you is for this month, okay? But I love this. I really, really do. It's really exciting. I'm really curious how this new beginning is going to shake up for you in the next couple of months. Okay, let's see. Repose, pause, respite, time out. I think this is more, I think this is kind of like has to do with the 17th of the month, where it's almost like really asking you, where like you, I think it's almost you, and I clarified and I got the ask card. And it's funny because it says launch, soar, and request. You know, I feel like with the 17th, it's almost like this is the work that you have to do before the 15th or the 17th of the month, and this is kind of like almost kind of happening after. It's like, okay, well, let me pause, let me just like really sit with myself and really see where I stand with this, and can I commit to it? And this is where you ask yourself, can I fully commit to this? If I can't, you know, take a step back, reassess. If you can commit, on the other hand, just go for it and really just be fully in it. No halfway, 100% or nothing. So I'll leave you with that, Taurus. If this resonated, or if you have any comments, you know, please leave them in the box below, and or in the comment section. And if you think that if it resonated with you, please like and share the video. Also, if you really want to see what's the next month has in store for you, subscribe to my channel and you'll get a notification when the next video is out. But that's it for now, and I'll see you in April. Okay, bye, Taurus.